KSW.
Our next guest was once in a band called The Rockfords, which was rumored to be named after his favorite TV show, The Rockford Files. Now, if I use that concept to name my band, we would be called The Frank the Entertainers. Please welcome to the show from Pearl Jam and Flight to Mars' UFO cover band, it's Mike McCready.
Hey, good morning.
I have to ask you, if it is true that the Rockfords were named after the Rockford Files,
yes.
First of all, is that true?
Yes.
Secondly, have you heard about, which may be a travesty in your lifetime, they're going to remake the Rockford Files?
Oh, my.
Yeah.
That's a travesty.
I wonder if you would think that.
They have a high standard to build up to because of James Garner, who was the original, incredible James Rockford. So
awesome. Yeah, I wanted to ask you a question before we get too far away from it, because I've always wondered this.
About the
First
Smurfs.
of all, no, it was about the original name of Pearl Jam was Mookie Blaylock.
Yes.
And
Jeez, that's a great name.
they had to change the name because the record label it
was actually a guy's name, and
right,
he played in the New Jersey Nets, and we were going on tour with Alice in Chains, opening up for them, going down the West Coast playing clubs. And we actually played a club in Oakland for it was funny, about 15 people back in the day. But anyways, we had to have a name. And so somehow I think Jeff came in with that because of him being the big basketball fan. And so we were stuck with that name for a little while. And I was just like, come on, let's figure it out.
Wait, so you saying stuck means you didn't like the name?
Oh, I hated it. But I was just like, okay, I got to quit my day job and go on the road, so I'll do anything right now. So anyways, we finally kind of got over that. I think we had a big meeting at the B&O Espresso right up the street up there, and we came up with Pearl Jam that day. And then I was relieved of Mookie Blaylock. And I think we actually got a cease and desist order from the lawyer.
I was going to say.
I don't remember seeing it. But
have you the album title 10 have anything to do with the fact that his number was 10? Yeah.
I don't know if it did. I don't know. I could have.
Yeah. If the lawyers are listening, no.
I think there's 11 songs on that record, so that might answer the question right there.
But one of them doesn't count.
So, Mike,
I guess not. I don't know.
Which one is that?
I don't know.
Here's the follow-up question.
Yes.
Once Mookie's career was going where it was going and your career was going where it was going, did Mookie then have a follow-up question from the lawyer saying, would you please reuse my name again?
I don't know if we ever saw that one. We didn't get that memo.
Dear Mike, I'm really sorry. You should have kept it Mookie Blaylock.
It might have been a cross-promotional kind of thing, and I don't know if I could have handled being in a band called that much longer, but
that's so funny.
Yeah.
Hey, this past week or 2 weeks has almost been like a reunion of old school bands. Like Soundgarden got back together at the
what
Showbox.
A show! Were you guys at that show?
I spent all day trying to get tickets. I couldn't get the tickets.
Incredibly loud and incredibly heavy and good. Yeah.
And then we had files on the internet. We played them yesterday. It sounded amazing. But
yeah, Cornell's still a voice, and
he's got the long hair again. I heard. Too.
Yeah, looking rock and roll, and Matt Cameron killing it. But the thing about it, they had a very small set. They didn't have giant amps or anything, but they were so loud still. Mm-hmm. It's like they were awesome.
Well, I didn't get to see it, but we heard some of the clips, and that's the one thing, and you guys share the same drummer, and Cameron. Yeah. And it's like, even if the rest of the band wasn't 100%, having that guy who's so precise and just such a killer drummer, I mean, they could do no wrong.
Matt Cameron is definitely steers both of those ships. We'll just say that. He's a powerhouse on the drums, so it was phenomenal to see him play like those old songs like Gun and Nothing to Say and all that stuff.
And some of the
those
drumming
crazy timings and all that stuff.
Say.
I have no idea about.
He was so off kilter in the early days of Soundgarden when it was just weird stuff going on, and Kim's guitar was just like weird notes going on.
Yeah, they definitely have another planet for sure, but they're back from somewhere.
And did you get to go to the Brad show also? I was there for that.
I didn't. I'll tell you about. I was having a colonoscopy that day. How fun is that? I've been doing all sorts of fun medical stuff.
Wow.
So,
you know how to live, Mike.
I know. That's partying, right? Rock and roll. Woo.
That's a bummer because they had the Mother Love Bone reunion.
I know. I heard it was good.
Dude, it was one of the greatest moments of my life.
Well,
4 songs, but still amazing.
Sean Smith can handle that, I think. He can handle doing some Andy Wood.
And you guys just did the Hootenanny for Haiti. You did Chloe Dancer.
Yeah, we did that that night, and that's when I kind of realized it's like he can handle that for sure.
If you had your choice, what band would you want to see reunite? Seems like every band's getting back together.
For sure, Soundgarden. I want Matt to still be our drummer. So
how's that going to work out?
So I think it's going to work out because we're going to tour a little bit this year, and I think Soundgarden's going to do a few things. But I think we're already. Hopefully, it'll balance out. I kind of questioned him after the show. I was like, "So how was the show? You have a good time?" And you're still going to play with us, right?
Yeah.
So
it's like a guy who's hanging out with his ex-girlfriend for dinner, and you're like, "Oh, what's going on?"
Right. No, but he's fully there. So I would, let's see, reunite. it's obviously Led Zeppelin in 1969, but I don't, that doesn't. I'd have to go back in a time capsule to do that. Watch the Rockford Files, but that was in the 70s. No, I'm sorry, I'm going on a tangent now.
It's the science.
You made the top 25 guitar gods of the BBC.
It was a very controversial list because it was done by BBC News, and of course, they got their own stance on how they judge things over in the UK.
They watch cricket, too.
Yeah,
they do. Yeah.
So they put you at number 25. A lot of folks are very
23.
pissed at number 23.
I was pissed,
and a lot of folks are pissed that Jack White he got he was in the top 10,
number 7.
So many people were pissed about that because it's, I guess, either black or white with Jack. Either you think he's amazing or you think why.
Well, I think he's amazing. So I can't argue against Jack White because he's a serious blues player in my mind, and he can also play drums and sing crazy. So I'm a huge fan of his. So I didn't even know I was on any top 25 BBC chart. So
well, you do now.
I'm glad I made it onto the chart.
It was the top guitarist of the last 30 years.
Oh,
John Frusciante of the Red Hot Chili Peppers was number 1.
Okay, all right. But didn't he just quit the Peppers?
Yeah.
Right, I heard that. Remember?
That concerns me for that band because it feels like
I've seen him. We toured with them, with him, and then without him, and it was when he was on, he was sick.
With Nirvana too.
Exactly,
tour,
it was us, Nirvana, and Peppers.
I don't bring that show up. My mom got mad at me and didn't let me go to that show, and I forever to this day am angry at her for that show because that was like my one shot again to see Nirvana.
That was 91. Dude.
Yeah. Or it's right when they broke. It was the day before they hit number 1, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was.
Wow! Can you just imagine that bill? I mean,
yes, I can imagine it. And it was in the palm of my hands, and she said, "No, Stephen, you can't go tonight."
Do you remember what you did to piss her off? Because that's one of those moments as a child you learn. All right, if I piss people off, I can really have really cool stuff taken away from me. Yeah. I think we all have that moment as a guy where we go, "Yeah, I'm not going to do that because you know what? I really missed that one thing, and that's a huge show to miss."
I think it was. I think my brother and I were being. If I remember correctly, my brother and I were being wise asses, and we thought it would be funny she had this giant Viking statue thing in the basement, like it was like a suit of armor,
nice
kind of thing, and so we thought it'd be funny to use it as a bathroom, and she didn't think that was very funny.
You know what?
Did you get inside of it and use it as a bathroom? Or did you,
we manipulated things, and then
you made it a receptacle,
right? We made it into a urinal.
Why?
I love that there's a giant suit of armor in your basement. That's hardcore.
I know, and here we are.
That's pretty metal. In a way.
I think that was the situation.
You know what? I think that again.
Crazy.
That's epic because really, that is as a parent. You don't have much in life. Maybe your mother and father. Look, they had your kids. They had the house. They had the little car. I mean, you sacrifice a lot as a parent.
But it was in the basement.
Let them have their suit of armor.
Yeah,
basement.
I mean, every parent needs one of those.
The basement was like the place where she kept all the garbage.
You went to the bathroom in her suit of armor. If you were my kid, I would have let you go, but physically you probably couldn't have walked to the show.
I mean, that would be like, taking the little Hummels.
Yeah.
Every father and mother has something that they call their own, especially if they come from modest means. So there'd be Hummels. Dad maybe has the train set, and you went to the bathroom on their Hummels and train set, basically.
Yeah, I guess looking back on it, it's probably not the best thing to do.
And it was kind of medieval of you, too. It probably hadn't been done since the 3rd century.
That's awesome.
I don't even know what we were thinking.
Defense.
Exactly.
You should have had Mike
I'm bringing
McCready.
this thing back.
Yeah.
I mean, I can think, missing Nirvana and Pearl Jam.
And I missed Alice in Chains opening for Van Halen once. I don't remember what I did, but I was acting a fool apparently, and she didn't let me go to that show.
What did you do?
I missed out on so many.
Was a Revolutionary War outfit down there too? Or Civil War outfit.
Did you take a Shizowski on that?
I don't know.
You and your brother have bodily function things where you just sully, Museum of History.
Sure, it was my brother's idea. I was just there for the ride.
There you go. Blame it on your brother.
Yeah.
The BJ Shea Morning Experience on 99.9 KISW.